Hello, I'm here at MegaCon in Orlando, as this luxurious step and repeat seems to indicate. And I'm here with the very awesome Amanda Conner and Jim, whose name I'm not going to try and pronounce because I will butcher it into next year. It'll be wonderful.
Try it.
Palmiotti.
That's it.
Yeah, see? So, you guys are out in Orlando. You guys have recently also been on a cruise together, doing some signings there.
Yes.
What's the best convention you've ever been to?
Ooh.
The cruise was pretty damn good, I have to say.
that was
a
good convention.
It was drinking all day long, so
Yeah.
it was, and the people coming to meet us were just as drunk, so it was fantastic.
Yeah,
We were on a
that
level,
makes a difference.
Yeah. But good best convention. That's a tough
Probably
one.
one of the ones in Italy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sicily
those are good.
Or,
Yeah.
you know,
or Spain.
they all have their it's to meet the fans no matter where it
Yeah.
is. That's the best part, right?
Yeah.
So if you ask for the best con, it's usually what happened after the con that makes it better than the other ones, you know. But the people at the shows are really nice, so we enjoy
Yeah.
all of them actually.
Yeah.
It's a safe answer.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's a safe answer. The only one that you will experience in the rest of this interview. This is the...
Which one sucked? You can answer which con sucked. Which one sucked, do you think? What's a terrible con? We had one in Buffalo.
Oh.
That was horrible.
It wasn't even a comic book convention. It was like a sports card show, and it was in an arena, and we were freezing it was like November in Buffalo, New York.
It was terrible.
And we were freezing our butts off. And
the guy that owned it kept going, they created Buffalo
invented
chicken wings
Buffalo
here.
chicken wings
And
here.
that's where I'm going to take you guys tonight. And I'm like, no, you're not.
We're like, we're going over to Canada into that big needle with the spinning restaurant.
We're going to have a proper dinner. We're not going to eat a bunch of chicken wings.
We freeze our butts off and then eat
from the back of your seat of your car. No thanks.
I can understand if I was there and he was like, oh, you're from England, you don't know anything. So Buffalo wings come from Buffalo. But I feel like you guys probably knew that Buffalo wings come from Buffalo.
Yeah.
Well, not even that. Who cares? I mean, let's be honest. Who gives a shit where they're from? You know? I mean,
we didn't actually think that they caught buffalo and then made little
Right.
chicken parts out of it.
You say that, but I did. For the first year I was here.
What bones did you think were...
Doesn't matter.
You didn't think about...
I don't think.
it was the buffalo penis.
I bet buffalo
It's a little
penises
bone. It's a
are
little
much
bone in
bigger
it.
than buffalo
You
wings.
think so?
I think
Maybe
so.
the
Told you there was
drumsticks.
nothing that we wouldn't talk
The
about.
top of the drumstick, maybe it was the drumstick. It was very penis-like. No?
It's got to be at least this big, like
Yeah.
a turkey leg. I'm guessing.
Or an Italian.
What's got a bigger penis, a horse or a buffalo?
Probably a horse, because they run faster. You have to chase the other horse. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And that extra penis length helps when you're jumping at it.
I mean, I have seen horses' penises before, and yeah, they're substantial.
I'm thinking the horses because they live in warm weather. So
They live in all kinds of weather.
their penis is out more. And the more it's out, the gravity's going to pull it down. Eventually, they get longer over time.
Oh, that's how that works. That's where I've been going wrong.
If all the men with short penises wore no pants all the time, eventually gravity would, because we're always, jousting it up, right? We're wearing underwear. We're kind of like...
Science with Jimmy Palmiotti.
That's right, it's science. I'm just saying evolution might give you a couple inches more if you had no pants. So.
If you zoom into this video, you'll see that Jim's not actually wearing pants, and that outline is just the outline of his penis.
My penis wrapped repeatedly around my legs. It looks like the Michelin Man, but flesh colored. So, anyway.
So previously when we were talking, we had a discussion about hidden things in the backgrounds of comics, and we had a discussion about, things that maybe shouldn't be in comics, or how you managed to get away with the scatterpult, things like that. Have you managed to sneak any more gems in for us that people might not be aware of yet?
Man, if we have, I can't think of it.
Well, we did recently the Black Book with Simon Bisley did the Lobo and Harley.
There was no hiding in that.
No, we had to actually draw little red flags to cover up the stuff Simon drew, because Simon just kept drawing everybody naked. And
it was fantastic.
one day they'll put the uncensored version of that book out, and everybody will probably enjoy it.
So Simon works or is very good friends with my independent comic shop. Well, not my personal one. Like I'm intelligent enough to own a comic shop. The comic shop that I go to as a kid, Close Encounters.
Yeah.
He gave them 100 copies of this thing signed and was like, "This has taken months for me to get back because every time DC would come back and be like, you can't do that." He was just like, "Well, that's the book, and it's either this or nothing." Right. Has that ever happened to you before, like with any of your stuff, where you're like, "No, I'm insisting that we put this booby in"?
We consider ourselves the king and queen of red flags up at DC. And they're always coming like, you can't do that. And then we try and get away with as much as humanly possible.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't fight, I wouldn't to the point where, because I'm usually writing it, so if it's, I don't want the artist to suffer, so I kind of like go, okay.
Yeah.
But you don't fight with DC as much. I mean, if it was a smaller company, I've definitely walked away from something because I'm like, I don't like that.
Really good about not restricting us. Like,
DC's been good.
Have we worn them down?
We worn them down a little bit. I think they just.
Is this Stockholm syndrome setting in finally?
Much, I think so.
They've been good about letting us do a lot of things that we were so shocked that they, wouldn't. We were like, can we get away with this? And they've actually let us get away with. I mean, there was one thing we were talking about yesterday where in issue 8 of Harley in the new 52 Harley, it's all scatological humor, and I think at a certain I do like my scatological humor. I do enjoy it. And their one thing that Chad, our artist, the one thing that they wanted him to do is just take out the bigger chunks. That was how he had to.
Well, it was like 3D. It was the one giant turd,
in the
like on the
center
page.
of the panel.
They were like, you have to get that out of there. And I'm like, nah, all right, we can take that out.
Okay.
I think he drew corn on it too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was like, you know how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Jim, you're quite vocal on social media, but Amanda, you're a little bit more hidden and/or reserved.
It's not so much reserved. It's just very hard for me to straddle reality and the virtual world. Like if I. Like it's so easy for him to go onto Twitter, but for me, I have to sort of stop what I'm doing, get out of the way of everybody, and just like find a corner. And like I can't, like some people can talk to you and be tweeting at the same time. It's just my brain doesn't work that way. I wish it did, more, but it just doesn't. It's so difficult for me to pull myself. I have to almost like I have to change brains, So yeah, it's more that than anything else.
We'll try and get you an implant. It's all right. Well, brain implant, by the way. Yes. Before that went.
I need
who I'm talking to, and I have to quantify everything that I'm saying before I get to the end of the sentence.
Yeah.
We'll get you like a brain set chip. It'd be right. So obviously, by being a little bit more elusive, it means that people are probably quite keen to see you when you come to all the conventions, and you generously give a lot of your time to come to most of them.
She disappoints most people when she meets them, so it's kind of sad, isn't it? It's kind of sad how disappointing you are.
I make sure they walk away with a tear in their eye.
There you go.
What's the oddest thing a fan has ever said to you or requested that either of you do?
Oh, I know mine.
Go ahead. You can.
This is years ago. I haven't seen the guy in ages, but and the people of the UK are going to really appreciate this. This guy wanted a Princess Diana centaur. A sketch of a Princess Diana centaur. And I'm like, okay, I've never gotten one of those before. So
did you actually do the sketch of?
I did. I did. Likenesses aren't my strong point, so I'm hoping it looked like her. But yeah, she had, like the graceful horse's body, and and it, like a Princess Pan almost. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. That was the weirdest request.
I appreciated that she did that for me. That's how we met. No, it's not. It's not. No. But I don't know. I'm trying to think strange. I mean, I've had a lot of strange things, but I've signed hot dogs, I mean, an actual hot dog. I signed a baby's foot.
Yeah.
A bowling ball.
I signed a belly button, and you can't really sign a belly button on the inside, so you have to sort of go around it.
I've signed boobs.
So.
I've signed boobs. Mostly women. And
sometimes people have us do a signature on their arm, and then they get a tattoo of our signature.
Yeah, which is really I tell them, please don't. What are you doing? Like, why would you do that?
Why have you devalued yourself so much with this?
What happened in your life that's okay to do? But people are gonna do what they do, so it's okay.
So I have one of your prints currently in my... Well, I've got several of your prints, but my favourite one is the Kraken cover of Harley, and it's in my bathroom, just opposite my toilet. So when you sit down, you've got... It's honestly brilliant. What is the weirdest or best piece of art that you have, and where is it in your house?
Well, funny you should say that. Jimmy used to write Jonah Hex, And Darwin did a Jonah Hex for him, an issue of Jonah
Issue
Hex.
50.
Issue 50.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you want to describe it? Or?
Yeah, and he cut out, so in that
He
book,
actually cut the page apart.
yeah, in that book, there's nobody's ever really paid attention, but Jonah kills 50 people in that issue, and and Darwin drew this one scene where this old guy is coming out of an outhouse.
Actually, he's sitting because
He's
his
sitting in
pants
the
are still around his ankles.
Right, he's got the door open, he's looking out, and Jonah's on a chair like 20 feet away, leaning back with a cannon, lighting a cannon that's facing
And he's
the
got
outhouse.
a bottle of whiskey.
And Darwin took that panel,
And
cut it out, framed it, and then we put it in our bathroom right opposite
right
the
across
toilet.
from the toilet.
Yeah. So.
It's the best place because when you were sat there, you're like,
You can always appreciate it. Like, you appreciate that piece of art like 5 times a day.
Yeah, we have a lot of art, ironic art and weird stuff in the house. But Darwin, because we knew him for many years and he was a close friend, before he passed away, he managed to get a piece of artwork in every room in our house, so we would never forget him, I think. He snuck even a table he bought us.
Yeah.
And, like everything.
Actually, he bought us 2 tables.
2 tables,
Yeah.
and his Darwin art in almost every room in the house.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So it's pretty cool, actually, Yeah, and...
I didn't think this interview was going to get wholesome, but that got quite wholesome there. I'm a little worried.
No, it's all good. It's all good. We have a lot of strange art in the house, but we don't have we don't have any Amanda's art up. We don't have any.
We don't have our own art up because we look at it all day long, and it's just it gets repetitive after a while.
It's a lot of stuff that I've been a fan of. So I have like a Mobius page and Manara watercolors and Fazetta and Bob Peak and all this stuff we love. There's the Jonah Hex #1 cover by Frank Quiley.
Hildebrandt.
Hildebrandt painting and
Angular Jane.
Yeah, so there's a lot of cool stuff, but it's all personal stuff that over the years that we've acquired that and stuff we worked on. I got some nice torpedo pieces from Jordi Bernet. I'm a huge European comic artist fan, so I have a lot of European art, which is just the Europeans love American stuff. I love the European stuff.
So, a complete side deviation from where we're about to go down this, but I realise that we're running fast out of time and everyone's looking at us awkwardly because we probably mentioned several things we shouldn't. If you weren't doing what you do now, being a dynamic duo of writer and artist, what would you be doing?
Ooh, well, before I realized that comic book art was for me, I wanted to be a race car driver, an action movie star, not an actress, an actual serious actress. I wanted to be an action movie star, and I wanted to be a lion tamer. So it might have been one of those 3 things. I know, I'm just still
one of those
8.
I'm just trying to think how can you combine all 3 of these things?
Yeah, you have to chase lions on a racetrack, and it's be tough. Me, I probably director, probably a film director, or a musician, which I'm not.
I was about to say, can you play an instrument?
He's a really good singer in the shower.
In the shower. If you can fit the audience in the shower, we're good to go. But no, I just I love music, so it would anything to do with music. I would probably maybe a producer of records or something. Anything with music, because it's my second love after film. I think,
Yeah.
Okay, so before we go, what's coming up for you 2 this year? What's or even the next couple of months, whatever, as far forward as you can think, what can we expect from you 2? I assume more Harley.
Well, Harley is...
Yeah. Can we say that yet?
All right, can we? I don't know if we can. That's why
anyway,
I'm looking at you.
So we're working towards Harley's anniversary, I think, is
it's issue
September.
25?
Well, issue 25 is coming up, and then her actual anniversary, I don't know how many years, 25 years?
25th, yeah, because it was 92 when she was first.
In this fall, so we got some stuff planned. Amanda's got drawing book that's going to come out, Harley One Shot, and then a lot of stuff's going on in the book with Harley, and she may be running for office at some point in our book. That's all I can give you.
I mean, that can't be any worse than where we already are now, right? So thank you very much for talking to us. I enjoy your convention. I say it's your convention, like it's
no, if it was ours, we would be eating differently.
Yeah.
We'd smell differently.
We would have different food.
Yeah.
If it was our convention. I don't want to pick on MegaCon, but
You should point the camera towards that
The food was fantastic.
thing that I have over there.
Those chicken fingers. We only got the middle finger of the chicken.
Did you know?
Let's just say.
You know, like those joke rubber chickens.
Yes.
You can actually turn them into food, and that's what they did.
Who knew that? Who knew you could do that?